Of course, this lady, Ratchanok Intanon, was #1 on that list. Went up 4 places after winning last week in India. So it's the #4 seed, Ratchanok Intanon, against Tai Tzu Ying, the former champion, here at the Malaysian Open in the women's singles final. Now, as far as the draw is concerned, by quarter-final stage, we had 4 former champions. The defending champion, Carolina Marin, played the former champion Wang Yihan in the top section. Bottom section, Wang Shixian, who won in 2011, was beaten by the 2013 winner, Tai Tzu Ying. So Ratchanok Intanon trying to win back-to-back titles at Super Series level, because of course she won in Delhi last week at the India Super Series. No player from Thailand has won a women's singles title here previously. But Tai Tzu Ying from Chinese Taipei is a former champion. Won here in 2013, beating the qualifier Yao Shui of China in that final. It's the first ever Premier Super Series tournament final for this young lady, an 8th Super Series final in total. Well, she's been in 3 Premier Super Series semi-finals, and those are the 3 All England semi-finals that she has been in. Tai Tzu Ying. So this is her first final at Premier level. Well, Tai Tzu Ying loses the toss of the coin, but still gets to choose ends. And I should think she's probably pretty happy about that. Tai Tzu Ying, 21-year-old. Her opponent, also 21. The former world champion, of course, Ratchanok Intanon, won the gold medal at the World Championships in Guangzhou in 2013. This is her 9th Super Series tournament final and her 5th Premier Super Series. She's only won 1 Premier Super Series title. That was Indonesia last year. Now, quarter-final against PV Sindhu, semi-final against the 2012 winner, the #6 seed, Wang Yihan. And that was her first victory over Wang Yihan in her 13th meeting. So Tai Tzu Ying, currently #9 in the world ranking, spent a total of 11 weeks as world #3. Down 1 place in the Super Series standings to 4 at the moment. Now, she's beaten 2 former champions on her way through to today's final. The Olympic champion and 2014 winner, Li Shui in the 2nd round. Then the 2011 champion in the quarter-final. And then in the semi-final disposed of the former world #1, Saina Nehwal, in 2 straight games. So it was only against Li Shui where she went the full distance. So this is the 12th meeting between the 2 players. And of the previous 11, Ratchanok has the very slight advantage. In fact, she's won the last 2 encounters. The last one was in the quarter-final last week at the India Super Series. And Ratchanok won through 22-20 in the deciding game, having been 10-15 down. Promptly won 10 of the next 12 points to go 20-17 up, but I think, as you saw, it was only 22-20 in the deciding game. Well, both players from countries who have had players win Super Series titles in all 5 disciplines. Only 6 nations have achieved that, and Chinese Taipei and Thailand are 2 of them. So Crystal Tan. That's an ominous start by the
Service
player.
over. 1 love.
Trying to, I didn't think we heard the umpire on the announcements there. Somebody now switched up the volume in the arena here.
Love. Service over. 1, 2.
Well, I think it'd be pretty special if Ratchanok Intanon could win back-to-back titles in a calendar year. Of course, the last player to win back-to-back titles not in a calendar year was Nozomi Okuhara, because she won the Super Series finals at the end of last year in the All England, the first of the Super Series this year. But Steen, do you know who the last... Oh, that's a super shot. Do you know who the last player to win back-to-back titles was in the women's singles?
2, 3.
Last year?
No, it wasn't.
No. The year before that, 2014, probably. Saina Nehwal?
No. Her opponent of today, Tai Tzu Ying, won the Hong Kong Open and Super Series finals. Back-to-back,
Service over.
2014.
4, 2.
Oh, look at that.
5, 2.
Well, we had the pleasure of watching her semi-final. Well, we watched both semi-finals, didn't we? But Tai Tzu Ying against Saina Nehwal.
4,
And she really was in tremendous form.
Yeah, she played really well.
2. Service over. 3, 6.
Well, talking about both Chinese Taipei and Thailand having won Super Series, or had players from their nations win Super Series titles in all 5 disciplines, but here at the Malaysia Open, apart from Tai Tzu Ying winning the women's singles previously, it's only the men's doubles where they've had players win a title here. That was 2012.
3.
Fang Chia-min and Lee Sheng-mu. For Thailand, again, only players from men's doubles, and you have to go back long before the Super Series, 1995. And the late Pramoti Tarawiwantana and Sari
Tongsari?
Tongsari.
Service over. 4, 7.
Well, she does go for her shots, Tai Tzu Ying, and it's inevitable when you really go for winners that you will make a few errors.
Yeah, you read my thoughts there, Jill. It's exactly the same.
Oh, look at that net shot from Tai Tzu Ying. That is incredible control. Beautiful.
Here's another example. Tries to play it really, really close to sort of extend the attack and still maintain an advantage in the rally.
Oh. Now you were talking about her follow-up the other day, Steen.
It's gotten better.
Yeah.
And she will make mistakes like this, but that's the only thing that you can learn from, to sort of judge whether it's a really good chance or it's just someone that you should try to get an even bigger advantage on. But it's great to see these two technical players both return to form.
Yeah, because they're both such a delight to watch.
Yeah.
Missed it, overdone it.
10,
So it was crucial stage before the mid-game interval. Ratchanok goes into the lead for the first time.
I think she played the side drift,
Yeah.
but it wasn't enough to take it back in.
So the advantage, the 1 point advantage with Ratchanok Intanon here at the mid-game interval. Yeah, using the ice pack there. It is very warm conditions today here in the arena. There's much bigger crowd than we've had on previous days, but it is much warmer.
And it was good yesterday. There was a lot of audience yesterday as well, but there's even more today. I definitely think that's thanks to the two Malaysian finalists, the mixed doubles that we've just seen, and of course Lee Cheng-wei, Chen Long, a mouth-watering match to finish this final event.
$11-10. Play.
13,000 capacity stadium here. Not entirely full, but my guess would be at least 10,000.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Good rally. Oh, that's a pity it ends on an error.
10.
Yeah, should have really got Ratchanok out of position.
Whoa.
That's clever, isn't it?
Service
What
over.
disguise on that.
11-12.
Ratchanok having to wander out of the court here and retrieve the shuttle, and then they change it anyway.
Yeah.
It's landed on the line.
12 all.
I'm with you, Steen. I don't think there's such a pronounced sideways drift.
12.
It should have kept that closer to the line at least. There's still some movement in the stadium. People wandering in and out their spots and seats. I think Ratchanok is finding a good level right now, where if she can keep that, she has a great chance of taking this first game, because there's a little too many mistakes creeping in from Tai. She makes a lot of winners, but there's almost as many mistakes.
Service over. 13-14.
Oh yes, threaded that down the line. Lovely accuracy. Sacrificing power for placement.
Fifteen. 13.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, lift has gone long. The control
14,
on that neck shot from
15.
this lady. Absolutely superb. It was the right place to play it, but she just overdid it.
16,
Yeah, and
14.
that's a little worrying that she's made, in my opinion, a little too many mistakes on the sidelines, because it doesn't really give you that much playing close to the sideline. If you make mistakes on the baseline, that's okay to me, to make a couple of mistakes there in every game, because you want to play with correct length. Great
Brilliant.
play.
17-14.
Puts pressure on Tai Tzu Ying in the backhand corner, does Intanon, and that makes it very difficult for Tai to return it with quality. That one is way too short, and Ratchanok can punish her. And it's fantastic badminton we're watching right now, especially taking into account how other players have struggled in these conditions here.
Yeah, good point. Oh, that's superb. Absolutely superb.
19-14.
She's playing with the urgency again that she showed when she won the world title in 2013. Oh, goodness me. Crikey, that's wayward. 5 straight points for now. 6 game point opportunities.
Yeah, you're right, John. And she seems like, I mean, she's really confident in herself and poised. Nothing seems to bother her.
Game.
21-14, opening game
Ratchanok Intanon.
in a little over 17 minutes.
21-14.
Yeah, poetry in motion. Yeah, I thought that so Ratchanok Intanon looking back to her best, and maybe even better than when she won the world title in Guangzhou 3 years ago. Because after she won the world title, I thought Ratchanok Intanon went a little passive in her style of play, but she's got that sense of urgency and that willingness to command and dictate the pace.
And she played an awful lot of tournaments at some point, and didn't really manage to follow up on the win from the World Championship. And
Second game.
I agree. I think she's better now as well, because I mean, she's got that World Championship in her bag.
Yeah.
One love.
Well, Ratchanok's 2-love up with only having to serve. Yeah, that's good.
And we saw Wang Yihan trying to put pressure on that forehand corner yesterday, and it was closed down quite quickly. So I suppose Ratchanok and her coach is really aware that the same thing might happen today. Well played.
Yeah.
Service over.
Very patient play from Tai Tzu Ying here. It's amazing that she's able to control her clear shots and shots to the baseline of Ratchanok Intanon, because there is really a lot of drift here, and Hans Christian Wittinghus has put out a video on Twitter where two of the Danish team, they show it by serving from one baseline and then afterwards from another, and you can see the big difference there is between where the shuttle lands.
Oh, that's good. We were talking the other day, Steen, about Tai Tzu Ying not having won a title for almost 16 months since she won the Super Series finals of 2014. Is it something that plays on the mind of a player that, you know, they've been in finals since, but they haven't managed to convert?
Yeah, I think everybody likes to win once in a while.
Yeah.
Of course, like to win every time, but that's hardly possible for too many players. But once in a while, you like to win and get confirmation that what you're working on is correct. We've seen Tai with a lot of bandages, knee strappings and so on. And I think she looks really fit at the moment, perhaps the fittest I've seen her look.
Yeah, I agree. And I think she's looking not only fitter, but I think she's looking slimmer and
yeah, exactly.
And
that was what I meant.
Yeah.
And also that also goes for Ratchanok, because we saw her last season, where 2 seasons ago.
Sorry, Steen. Twice she retired.
Yeah, she
with
retired.
Cramp
She retired
year.
with cramp, and you felt that when her match went to 3 games, she needed a bit of luck to win it. But that's not the case here, and going back-to-back finals, even though she shouldn't end up winning this one, then going back-to-back finals is still a confirmation that she's in good shape right now.
Yeah. Missed it. Yeah, she's annoyed at herself with that miss.
5-0.
Yeah. That was the hard way to try and win it. Big opening in the backhand side. It's easy for us to say.
6-5.
I wonder how many errors on the return of serve from Tai Tzu Ying. There's got to be at least 3 in this second game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Straight down the line. There's a challenge here from Ratchanok. I fear it will be a wasted one. We've got good sight of that.
Call in.
I like that shot from Tai. Instead of shying away from that side of the court, and just make it a little bit better.
Yeah, Hawkeye confirms what we thought.
Yeah.
Really in.
I think she might have won a challenge once. Ratchanok.
She's not been the best at challenging,
No,
has she?
no.
I wouldn't mind knowing what Roger Federer's stats on his challenges are either.
But she's cut down a little bit on her challenges now. Here, after she's allowed 2 per game, she's not really challenging that much.
No.
As she did when she only had 2 per match. But then again, I mean, if you're out of your challenges real quickly, then you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Oi.
Oh, great defense.
8-6.
That's why she needed those extra centimeters, Tai.
Yeah.
I know that Ratchanok is 169, but what is Tai, 150 something?
No, 162.
162? Okay.
5'4".
9-6.
important, I think, for Tai Tzu Ying. Try and close down this gap a bit before the mid-game interval. Yeah, that doesn't happen. 11-7.
I tipped Tai to win this tournament ahead of the quarterfinals, but that was mainly because I didn't think this girl here would have the endurance to win back-to-back tournaments. And she also had a possible banana peel on her road to the final, but she overcome at least the banana peel in Wang Yihan, who she beat for the first time.
That's right. In their 13th meeting.
11-7. Play.
Things are looking quite good for her to take a second title in 2 weeks.
I've just checked. Oh, that's landed in. I've just checked, and she's actually entered into the Singapore Open as well.
Yeah.
9-11.
Well, it has been achieved before. 3 Super Series titles back to back.
Yeah.
Wang Xin in 2011, Denmark, France, and Hong Kong in 2012. Li Shuirui, China, Hong Kong, and Super Series finals. It's not impossible. No, she needs to win this one first if she's going to win any back-to-back titles.
From Pamadi and the men's singles.
Oh yes, I'm only talking about women's singles.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some withdrawals in Singapore from the players that have gone far in this tournament here. And
yeah,
I think maybe it's also a little bit tough on the players to play 3 Super Series tournaments in a row.
Yeah, I agree.
Good shot.
Very good shot. I would actually like to see the Premier Super Series as standalone from any other Super Series event.
Yeah.
Maybe a Grand Prix Gold the week before and the week after, but...
I'd rather like it the week before or maybe 2 weeks before, like in many of the majors in tennis. I think the All England is quite good with German Grand Prix ahead of it. We also see a lot of withdrawals from Swiss Open, the tournament right after the All England. So
good point.
I think the Premier should be the last of 2 tournaments.
Wonderful rally.
Yeah. And then I think the Grand Prix Gold ahead of the Premier should finish on Saturday, so the players had 1 more day of traveling.
Yep.
Or 1 more day for traveling.
Yeah.
Of course, it's also a matter of getting the calendar to fit into the wishes.
Oh, dear me. 15-10. No, at least 4 points gifted away on errors on the return of serve. There's only 5 points difference between the 2 of them, so... That's why there's a challenge. I fear it will be a wasted challenge.
Challenge. Call out.
But another good rally.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind the third game.
No, me neither.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Yeah, but I think
16-10.
with that margin, it's quite fair to have a look at it and
Yep.
take a challenge.
Play.
Oh, that's well wide. Well, unless something remarkable happens, looks as if Ratchanok Intanon will indeed win 2 Super Series titles back to back.
And that will definitely turn the video cameras at her
Yeah.
coming into the Olympics.
Oh, this time came off the frame of the racket.
10.
So right now, Okuhara and Intanon looks to be the biggest favorites.
For the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given the way they played in Super Series finals, All England and India and Malaysia.
Service over. 11-18.
It's drifted wide. 2 points away from a second consecutive Super Series title.
And she's not been good friends with that right sideline, Tai Tzu Ying.
No.
Cost a lot of points.
Always all good. There's another challenge here from Tai Tzu Ying. You might as well,
Challengers.
because
In.
as it stands, it's match point opportunities. Was in, the line judge was right, and now it is indeed match point opportunities.
Service over. 20, match point 11. Tai Tzu Ying, no challenge remaining. Play. Service over. 12-20.
Oh, no, did well to defend herself there, Ratchanok.
And that's the way to do it
20.
for Tai Tzu Ying. She's got to attack.
Oh, it's landed in.
I thought the cross smash would do it. A great retrieval by Tai. That one.
rally. Oh, she's missed it.
15-20.
Well, I'm surprised the umpire allowing this when Tai Tzu Ying is on a bit of a roll. Match points down. Court not allowed to come on. Ratchanok putting the ice on her face. An ice pack.
Play.
Amazing. Oh, unbelievable. And Ratchanok Intanon wins back-to-back Super Series titles, following on from India last week. Now takes the Premier Super Series title here in Malaysia. 21-14, 21-15. 38 minutes. And in winning the title here, it's a 4th Super Series title in total, a 2nd Premier title. And she becomes only the 3rd non-Chinese player to win a back-to-back women's singles titles at Super Series level. Of course, Tai Tzu Ying, as we were saying, achieved it in 2014. The only other player, Tina Baun, 2009, won both here in Malaysia and Korea. Here's the final rally on her 5th match point. The victory, so sweet. 2 titles in 2 weeks. 21-14, 21-15 in 38 minutes. Well, Steen, that was one of the finals that I know that we were both looking forward to. Well, she was champion here 3 years ago, here in 2016, as to settle for second best. But for Ratchanok Intanon, a fabulous 2 weeks. 2 Super Series titles in consecutive weeks. First in India, now here in Malaysia. Well, it's her 3rd title this year for Ratchanok Intanon, because not only did she win last week, she won the Thailand Masters Grand Prix Gold event as well. 3 titles in 5 tournaments played. What a start to the year. So the Destination Dubai rankings, and the #1 player, Kenta Momoto, winning in India. Some disturbing news about him this week, well publicised, but let's reflect on the other players. 3 Chinese players, 3 Danish players, and quite remarkably, the 2 players in the final today not on that list. Our men's singles final, the only final to feature a #1 seed, Chen Long of China, up against the #2 seed, Lee Chong Wei of Malaysia. Well, as far as the men's singles draw is concerned, it's always good, isn't it, to see 4 different nations represented at semi-final stage. But it's a word about Jonathan Christie, the qualifier from Indonesia, gave Chen Long a real fright in yesterday's semi-final. Of course, for Jonathan Christie, it was his first ever Super Series semi-final. He's coming on in leaps and bounds. The defending champion here of the Malaysian Open, the reigning and 2-time